All right, so I'm going to demonstrate finding the standard deviation for a probability distribution. This is a probability distribution of the number of girls in 10 births, a discrete probability where the random variable takes on the numbers 0 through 10, and these are the probabilities. And so we're going to do this one step at a time. When I copied this from my stat lab, all it gave me was the x and the p of x. So according to this formula, I first need to find the mean of this probability distribution, which is the sum of x times p of x. So I'm going to find those products. I'm going to find the mean. Then I'm going to take the value of the variable and subtract off the mean. Then I'm going to square that difference, and then I'm going to multiply the square difference by p of x. If I find the sum of this column h, I will get my variance and then take the square root of the variance to get the standard deviation. So these column headings I went ahead and put in myself. So the only ones that I got from my stat lab were the first two columns. So let's multiply our value of our variable times our probability. So there's multiplication, and if we pull this down from the lower right corner, that should duplicate the multiplication for each of those rows. All right, now to find the mean, I'm going to put the mean up here, which is going to be the sum of the numbers in column D. So there's my mean. And then I'm going to take my value of my variable and subtract the mean from it. Now I do want to continue to use the number in E7 and subtract that from each of the numbers in column B. So I'm going to put a $sign in front of the E, a $sign in front of the 7, which will freeze that in place. And then I'm going to have Excel subtract that for me. And that is subtraction. Okay. Now I want to square those differences. So I'm going to grab the first one. I'm going to put an up caret and a 2 to raise it to the second power, so each of these squared differences will be positive. And then I want to take each of the squared differences and I'm going to multiply again by the probability. So equals that number times the probability of 0 girls, and make sure I got it right, yes. So then I'm going to pull that on down, and that's multiplying each of those numbers by its probability. Okay, so at this point we have done everything in here and we're ready to add them all up to get our variance. So we're going to find a sum of all of these numbers, which is our variance, is 2.89. And then the variance is the standard deviation squared, so let's take the square root of the variance, and our standard deviation is 1.7, so the measure of spread here is 1.7 girls.